This is the Shark Tank, where entrepreneurs seek an investment to start, grow, or save their businesses.
Here I am, hugging a unicorn, asking for you to invest in my idea.
I got a flight of beers for you guys. Who wants to taste?
If the Sharks hear a great idea,
This is fabulous.
they'll invest their own money.
It's such a cool model.
If you're nice, you might get this for Christmas.
All right.
And fight each other for a deal.
What multiple should I put on cash flow?
You don't put it on cash flow at this point.
You'll make foolish decisions.
The entrepreneurs must get the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
You know dog houses are real boxy.
I know a lot about being in the doghouse.
You'd want to be in this one. This one's cute.
You want to go into retail?
Very selectively.
Oh, you're breaking my heart. I want to spank you like a baby seal.
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made business experts worth billions. Kevin O'Leary is a shrewd venture capitalist who made his fortune selling a children's educational company for over $4 billion. Damon John dominated the fashion world with FUBU. Now he's the branding expert behind multiple global brands, generating billions in sales. Robert Herjavec, son of an immigrant factory worker, founded one of the world's preeminent cybersecurity firms. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched more than 400 products, grossing over $500 million in sales. And Mark Cuban, esteemed billionaire, tech mogul, and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
My name is Henry Schwartz. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin, and my company is Mobcraft Beer.
Cheers.
I love beer. I love it so much that in college, my buddies and I decided to start brewing our own beer to see what we could come up with. It was so good, our friends and family were asking for more, and everyone had suggestions for what they wanted us to brew next. All right. We kept increasing the size of our batches and soon partnered up with a local brewery. Next thing we knew, we had our own craft beer company. Craft beer is a wildly growing segment in the beer industry. People are seeing the value and care that goes into creating small batches, and they want to support local and independent producers. How about we do an old-fashioned sour? Yes. Right now, we can't keep up with the demand for our beer with the limited capacity that we have. Our next step is to build our own facility and start cranking out lots more beer. There's huge growth potential for us going forward, and a Shark would really make that dream come true to help us grow our brand nationwide. Hello, Sharks. My name is Henry Schwartz, and I'm the president of Mobcraft Beer. Today, we're seeking $400,000 in exchange for 16% of our company. At Mobcraft, we put the consumer in the driver's seat and turn their ideas into beer. Mobcraft is the world's first crowdsourced brewery, marrying the business model of crowdsourcing and the industry of craft beer. We use 21st century technology and the power of the crowd to create unique craft beers. We give our customers voice in two ways. One, they submit ideas for beers, and two, they vote on what's brewed, creating a direct emotional connection and building brand loyalty. So here's how it works. Say you love wheat beers and you want to try one with coconut and cacao nibs in it. You would submit your idea to Mobcraft's website. From there, our brewmaster Andrew vets that idea and turns it into a viable recipe. It ends up in our monthly vote. Then against craft beer fans from across the US, you rally your network to get your beer brewed. With an investment from the Sharks, we'll be able to build out our own brewery and crowdsource a lot more beer to service the rest of the United States. I know it's happy hour, and I got a flight of beers for you guys. Who wants to taste?
Rock it on.
Yeah.
All right. So I got 6 beers for you guys today. If you just want to grab the front of the paddle there.
Wow. All 6 for me?
Mm-hmm.
Which one first?
Starting at the head of the paddle. Oh, by the handle. By the handle. Remember that coconut and chocolate wheat beer
Salute.
that I was talking about? This was the crowdsourced winner 2 months ago.
Hey, that's really good.
Really good.
That's
It's
really
weird.
good.
No, it's a weird taste.
I like this one a lot.
I like
Thank you.
What's the
Thank you.
second one?
Next down the line is the Hop Goes the Grapefruit.
Whoa.
It has grapefruit in it?
It has grapefruit and an ample amount of hops.
Interesting.
Wow, that's really good.
Thank you.
Oh, no, it's not.
All right, let's move to the third one.
Why
This
is
one
that
our
in Guinness?
Bad Crazy. This is our silver medal winner at the Great American Beer Festival from
Wow.
last year.
Is there
It's a
coffee in it?
5.6% ABV coffee beer.
I could get coffee and beer?
Yep.
Very interesting.
The next one down is the Vanilla Wafer Porter. This
Vanilla
is the
wafer?
winner in last
Oh, it looks
month's
just like
voting
vanilla
Oh, I
wafer.
love this.
It's very tasty.
This is fabulous.
So far, they've
Oh my
all
God,
been
this is
interesting.
awful.
All right, and the next 2 are very interesting beers. These are both sour beers. This is a sour Belgian double.
Oh, do you have any
Like,
cider in it? Like cider?
Oh, that's got vinegar in it.
It's brewed very similar to a Belgian style sour beer.
I like it.
You too?
I do. This one's really
Bad
good.
news. What's the
So,
last one?
this one is also a sour beer. This one's a sour red ale.
That is really bad.
Oh my God, that's so good.
That's vinegar.
Disgusting.
Who drinks vinegar like that?
That's really disgusting. You got it?
Well,
That
at
last
least we've
one.
had a huge
That
variety.
last one is
Yes.
just brutal.
So if you can imagine, the people that are submitting
Horrible.
these ideas for beers are the ultimate craft beer fan.
Let's shoot that guy.
Oh my God. Oh, I like that.
I'd rather not.
Oh, Robert, you can have mine.
That is
I
disgusting.
like
have
the
to
vanilla
try.
one a lot.
So if I tell all my followers on social media to put in sardines and chocolate chips, and it gets voted to the top, you'll make it.
So there's a caveat to that. To vote, you have to back it up with your dollars. It is a pre-order of that beer.
Okay, how many
So
do you have to pre-order?
It's a $25 pre-order for 4 22-ounce bombers.
Walk us through an example. I want to get a beer made with whatever Mark said. What'd you say, Mark?
Sardines and chocolate chips.
So I want to get that made. I go online, I put up $25 for sardines and chocolate chip beer. You make it because a lot of other people love the idea. Where do I go get it?
We work with online liquor stores to ship it straight to your door. How do they vote? They vote on the Mobcraft website, and they vote by saying, if this beer wins, I'm putting a pre-authorization of my card. If it doesn't win, no charge goes through.
Okay,
If
so
it
let's go
does-
through the economics now.
When we started the company in 2013, we thought wineries in Wisconsin can ship straight to consumers. Breweries probably can as well. We hit a big wall, and that was not legal. So it took us about 9 months to get the permitting straightened out. So we work with online liquor stores, and then we have negotiated that we sell in volume to them, and they take a smaller percentage than a traditional
So
retailer.
tell us your numbers.
All said and done, we sold about $350,000 worth of beer, and $280,000 of that has been within the last 12 months.
Henry, what will you do this year?
This year, we will do just shy of $500,000 in revenues.
When are you going to make money off your $500K this year?
This year, since we're building out a new facility, we'll have about a $28,000 loss.
Wow.
So I'll back up a little bit. We launched it out of our university in Wisconsin, and we just started home brewing batches of beer. And then we said, all right, let's see if this can actually be commercially viable. So we bought a brewery, all the guts of one.
How much money did you raise to do all this?
All said and done, the founders put in $33,000.
So then you obviously have a partner.
Yes, 2 partners. And then we also have an SBA 504 loan.
How big's the loan?
The loan was for $150, and that was used to purchase the guts of that brewery that we started using about half of it.
What is your background? Tell us about you.
You know, I found my first passion of skateboarding, and I wanted to go get a job at the local skateboard store. And I went, talked to the guy, he said, hey, unfortunately, we're not doing so hot, we're gonna shut the business down. So I was kind of discouraged, went back home, and my mom said, Henry, you love skateboarding, and you want to work at a skateboard shop, why don't you see if you can buy it? I said, Mom, I'm 15 years old, how could I buy a skateboard store? And she said, you are passionate about this. If you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. So we bought that skateboard store, I ran it for 3 years throughout high school, tripled the floor space and inventory.
What'd you pay for
it?
We paid about $8,000 for it, built it up to about $50,000 in revenues as a 15 to 18-year-old.
And Henry, how do people find you? Are you doing beer events?
We go to lots of beer festivals. So we started out just going in the state of Wisconsin. We went to every beer festival that we could. They buy our beer.
How many
come
beer
serve it.
Do they
festivals
have
are there?
Oktoberfest?
That was 65 beer festivals in Wisconsin.
Wow.
In any geographic location, there's multiple microbrewers. This is a big trend in beer, but that practically none of them run at 100% capacity. They run at 40 to 60, 70%. So what I learned about this business is the killer is the capital outlay to build capacity to brew, when everybody else has already spent their money.
Yep.
I'm hooked on that. I was hoping you'd say, look, we use spare capacity all around us.
You know, we've looked into it, and we found that with our customers, the ones who really believe that craft beer is a craft, they want to see the beer brewed on the home front. So we've got commitment from the bank, finance $1.9 million of our build out.
But isn't
So
that
do you
the
ever
whole
take
deal?
one out of the model and then go to traditional distribution?
Forget it.
That's
You can't
exactly
do
what
that.
we are doing. And that's what we've done. We're in Madison, and we're in 75 liquor stores and about 65
How's it
bars.
going?
It's going very well.
How much are you making it for and selling it to those retailers at?
So it depends on the product segment. 24 pack of cans cost us about 28 bucks. It wholesales at 48.
Wow.
That's tough.
This is really premium stuff.
Henry, what I thought you had here when you came out, you have these huge advocates that are willing to spend an inordinate amount of dollars per beer. Crazy, because they're part of this idea that they could brew their own.
Yep. And would it help if I told you that those people
Everything
were
else
the
puts you-
retailers as well?
No, but hang on. Everything else puts you back in the competition of the regular beer business.
Once we have a few beers that have been
Why do
brewed
you
and
feel
sold
so
in those new
passionate that
markets,
you have to own the equipment where the beer is brewed? Why?
I think you have a really clever, unique way to go to market. It's a very high-end product, but it's just not something I have a passion for. So I'm not a beer guy. I'm out. Right.
Well, I really liked the vanilla one. I thought the coffee one was interesting. Kitschy market, I get it, but I don't know enough about brewing beer and how people are going to buy. I just can't see me investing in this. I'm out.
Okay. Well, I hate beer, so I can't help you. I'm out.
all right.
I love beer, but I'm Bud Light. This is not my taste. I know it's a hot area. It's just not for me, so I'm out.
Henry, I think that you came up with this incredible model to tap into this amazingly hot trend. And you could make a ton of money riding this wave.
Four sharks are out. Kevin is Henry's last chance to get a deal for his crowdsourced beer company, Mobcraft.
Henry, I think that you came up with this incredible model to tap into this amazingly hot trend. And you could make a ton of money riding this wave. But you want to get dragged into the toilet, into retailing of beer, and building out facilities? Are you out of your mind? Why would you want to do that to yourself?
I'll tell you why. There's a big quality control issue in a lot of the beer that you can make. It's something that we can't maintain the quality in someone else's facility, and that is something that will really disappoint the customers and turn them away, never to come back. So maintaining that facility
I don't believe that statement because, I mean, look, it's such a shame. I could show you how to fix this and make you millions of dollars, and you're too stubborn. I want to spank you like a baby seal.
Well, you got a paddle
right here.
It's just like, that is such a mistake.
Spank.
It's just, that's terrible. Listen, Henry, I'm sorry. I'm heartbroken. It's such a cool model with such a flaw. What a crime.
Yeah, I don't believe that that's true, but are you
It's true. I'm out.
Henry, thank you. High quality product.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Henry.
guys.
Good luck.
Kevin thought I was a little silly for not outsourcing my manufacturing, but in the craft beer world, it's really important to have an identity. So I'm happy to be able to say that we're going to go through and build out our brewing facility to make our wonderful beer.
In Season 4, we watched cowboy Ryan Amon make a deal with Damon John for his exercise DVDs, Lose 12 Inches in 12 Workouts.
Now that's what I'm talking about!
Let's see what he's up to now.
These last 3 years have been one heck of a ride. Whee! I did $80,000 in internet sales in 6 weeks after airing. I was so sure that my online business was going to take off, so I made the decision to close my gym and solely focus on the internet business. All of a sudden, the internet sales dropped off, and I didn't know how to pay my mortgage. I was scared, you know? I got 2 little kids at home. I got a wife, and they're all... I'm their rock. It's all on my shoulders. That's when Damon showed me his true colors and sent me a check to pay my mortgage. He told me that I was the face and the brand of the business and I needed to get back on my feet and build it back up again. All right, ladies, get on the ball! I spent 2 years working like crazy to build a gym that was rodeo themed. I call it Cowboys Gym. Come on, come on. My gym has been so successful, I've opened my second location. Between both gyms and the internet sales, I've generated over $750,000. Cowboy, what's up? I decided to help Ryan out because we've become friends, and I believed in him. He just made some really bad business moves, but he learned his lessons the hard way. I love it. This is truly different than anything I've seen before, and franchising Cowboy Ryan's workout program will definitely put him on the map. So glad that we stuck with each other.
You can't give up. And if things aren't going your way in the business you're working on, you've just got to rework it. You've got to just keep going. That's pretty amazing where I'm at now.
Woo-hoo! That's what I'm talking about!
Next into the tank is a fashion brand that helps express one's unique style.
Hi, I'm Jeremiah Robison from Provo, Utah. My company is Beloved Shirts, and I am seeking $175,000 in exchange for 5%. The problem with the world today is that it's just too serious. So, we as a society woke up one day and everything was just plain boring. So to combat the over-seriousness of the world, I came up with Beloved Shirts. I'm actually a huge introvert, so you'd think I'd be fine going by unnoticed in whatever lifeless clothes I was wearing before. But my real personality, which is a lot weirder than I let on, wouldn't stand for a serious Jeremiah. So here I am, a man hugging a unicorn, asking for you to invest in my idea. Together, we can make the world a lot more colorful. I got some customized samples I want to pass out.
All right.
Great. He's the pizza man.
Pizza slices?
Yes, it's pepperoni.
All right.
Thank you.
Like a little
Looking
pizza.
good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Lori, if you're nice, you might get this for Christmas.
That's going to go over big in my house, I can tell.
So what's the business? That was just for fun to show us the product.
What we're passionate about is just creating apparel that warrants a reaction. It's a way to express yourself. We feel like we're selling an experience and not just a product here.
Katy Perry had that piece on
Katy Perry is
3 years ago.
Our biggest influencer by far.
Well, was that pizza one yours that she wore?
Yeah, that was ours. We didn't reach out to her at all. This was totally random, and she just loves the brand.
What does it cost?
Onesies by far our most expensive item, $129.
What's a t-shirt cost?
T-shirt costs $39.95.
And what are your margins?
Our cost of goods sold percentage ranges between 58 and 60% right now. Everything's made in the USA.
How many different products you have? How much you typically have dollar-wise in inventory?
So to start this business, I didn't invest in any inventory. Like, in fact, all I needed was $300 for my first sample. So everything's made to order. And that, it's bittersweet. It has its pros. We don't have to invest in inventory. We can put whatever we want to market right away. But the turnaround times is our biggest struggle.
How long is the turnaround?
Right now, we're advertising 30-day turnarounds on our website.
Jeremiah, what were your sales last year?
Last year, we did 2.3 million.
Good for you.
Nice. 2.3 million? How long have you been in business?
2.5 years.
Wow.
How much did you make on the 2.3 million?
Last year, our net profit was 10%.
Okay, but should I pay 5 times your cash flow? Value at $1 million, is that what you're worth?
I think we are on track to really scaling this company and improving our profits just by simply automating the back-end system. Our biggest struggle right now is our turnaround times.
Why haven't you automated it up to this point? Because
we have 22,000 SKUs on the website.
Wow,
It's the artwork.
that's a huge amount of SKUs.
Yeah.
Why do you have so many?
Well, it's all the different sizes, so technically it's a lot less when you see the amount of designs, but we do all the way up to 3XL and extra small.
You put a bit of value in your business at $3.5 million. I'm looking at it as 5 times cash flow. You're smart enough to know that's not an unreasonable.
But Kevin doesn't understand that companies actually do grow. He just thinks that they stay the same size.
I've become a reasonable guy. What multiple for t-shirt company should I put on cash flow?
You don't put it on cash flow at this point. You want to know how he's going to
grow.
grow.
So you're not a disciplined investor, and you'll make foolish decisions.
The challenge is, what's your angle, right? Because the thing that concerns me is you base it on hype, right?
Yeah.
For you to grow, to get to 5 million, 10 million, how are you going to do it?
So I do have plans to get into mass distribution.
You want to go into retail?
Very selectively. I want to be selective about the retailers that carry our brand.
So your margins are really going to change, though. If you go into retail, like right now, you said you're making 60%, but you're going to have to wholesale them.
We simply can't go into mass distribution with our on-demand business model. So part of the reason I'm here for a partnership with the Sharks is to secure additional manufacturing relationships where we can do these high volume runs.
What are you going to use the 175 for?
So primarily because I know we're good at direct-to-consumer. That's something I'm confident in. I do want to improve our conversion rate by speeding up those turnarounds.
How many do you convert?
So we are at a 1% conversion right now, which is
1%. That's horrible, yeah.
They see a 30-day turnaround, and I know that's what's scaring people away.
Jeremiah, I think you deserve a lot of congratulations for having built this.
Thank you.
You've had a lot of success, but I don't think you've really got your act completely together yet. You're still kind of operating by the pizza of your pants, And so, you've come here looking for a shark for that help, which is a good thing, but I don't think you're there yet, and so for that reason, I'm out.
Appreciate that.
Jeremiah, I think it's an incredible job, $2.5 million from zero in 2.5 years. It's really fun stuff, but I've already invested in a fun company called Tipsy Elves. It's too similar a market for me. I'm out.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
I think you're very SKU heavy, which to me it seems you probably know or can figure out what are your top 50 sellers, top 20 sellers, hone it in. I would feature and work on and maybe start to inventory and warehouse the tops so that then you can ship them out immediately.
It's the Lori advice thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's what we're doing right now. We've actually reduced the amount of SKUs you'll see by a third already just last month. So
but this would allow you, if you think you're losing all your customers, only a 1% conversion rate because they see it's 30 days, all you have to do is warehouse the top 10 things. Great warehouses here, ship them out overnight, problem solved. I would suggest to do that. For me, I don't feel that this is investable at this point in time, so I'm out.
Okay.
I just look at it from the discipline of a financial investor and say to myself, you're not worth more than 5 times cash flow, you're worth $1 million. You're asking for 3.5, I think that's ridiculous. And unfortunately, Jeremiah, I'm going to have to forbid Damon from doing this deal. He's going to have to get at least 17.5% or I won't allow it. I'm out.
Thanks.
I have so many levels of concern. You offered 5%. Why just 5%?
You know, I'm willing to negotiate. 5 is the starting point.
Sure.
I'm prepared to give away more equity if necessary.
All right. Because there's a lot of work here, I have to offer you the $175,000 for 25%.
I permit that deal.
I valued this company at 1.5 times revenue and feel it was pretty fair, but I am willing to negotiate. Would you agree to 15%?
Don't do it.
There's a
Close to Kevin's 17.
17 and a half, it's fair.
22 and a half.
That's just too much equity for that amount of money.
I have to do a lot of work,
Okay?
and you're gonna need to turn around these goods way quicker. So I'm gonna have to stick to the 22.5%.
Okay, I respectfully decline that offer.
Well, that means you're dead to me.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Good luck,
you.
guys.
Thanks for the shirt.
Guess we can't show this.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, pizza guy with beard. Well, all is not lost. These are really attractive.
Oh, here, put my shirt on with them.
That's just amazing.
Yeah, that's who you want to go to bed with.
That's a really confusing outfit.
Next up is a product that helps light the way.
Hey Sharks, I'm Matt Alexander.
And I'm Mike Keneally, and our product is Illumable.
We're seeking $100,000 in exchange for 15% of our company. Sharks, it's time to explain the toilet in the room. Each night, millions of people awake to the call of Mother Nature. They stumble out of bed, into the bathroom, and they're faced with a terrible choice. Turn on blinding lights and wake themselves up, or go it alone in the dark. Neither is a good option.
So don't make that choice. Get Illumable. The Illumable is a way to do your business in a whole new light. The Illumable is a motion-activated toilet bowl nightlight. It easily attaches to the edge of any bowl and automatically turns itself on anytime you enter the room at night.
So what that means is there's no more blinding lights, just a soft glow where you need to go. It's simple, small, and clean. Its modern design and state-of-the-art manufacturing means it'll light up your bathroom for years and years.
At Illumable, our main priorities are number 1 and number 2.
So Sharks, so don't let this opportunity go to waste. We'll get you some samples.
Thanks, Matt.
Here's the packaging, and then you can take it out.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, does this light stay on your entire visit to the bathroom?
Yeah, so it's on a 2-minute timer, and so if you're longer than that, it just sees motion, it turns back
So in the
on again.
okay.
So you have to move. How close do you have to be to it for it to motion activate?
It depends on the bathroom. Actually, it'll turn on. Some bathrooms right at the door. Some you have to be within 2 to 3
Matt,
feet
what's
of
the
it.
difference? I mean, why don't I just put a nightlight in the bathroom?
A lot of our current customers purchase this instead of a nightlight because the nightlight's still pretty bright when you walk in. It lights up the whole room and it wakes you up. And also, this lights up just exactly where you're aiming for, just headed to.
You know, when my kids
If
were
you're a
little,
guy.
we had night lights in all the rooms, like little green night lights. They're very soft. We put them in there. Kids would see where the toilet is. You're saying that it's better because it's targeted.
It is targeted. It's also very fun.
It is fun. I'll give you that.
Is there any risk of electric shock in the urine stream?
No.
Zero.
Zero.
What happens when you go to clean the toilet?
So the dirtiest parts of the toilet are actually the front and the back. That's why you're designed to on the side. And then you just wipe it
How
off
does
with whatever
that
you
come
clean
on
your
and
toilet.
off? Can you take it on and off?
Yeah, so it just suction cups on and off.
Oh, it's a section.
Oh, it's a
You adjust it to your
suction cup.
toilet
Matt,
size.
how
and
many
clipboard.
have you sold?
We've sold 6,500 units.
How much is it?
$100,000.
Okay, we did a Kickstarter run last November.
Wait.
And
Well, how much is it?
$100,000
Yes,
total.
you
How much is
sold
the unit? How
much is each one?
6,500. What does each one
We're
cost?
selling them for $19.99.
And you've done 100,000 all on Kickstarter.
all on Kickstarter.
What's your landed cost?
Landing cost is $398, and that's packaged and assembled.
Fortunately, the actual product is actually a lot smaller, so there's no risk.
Yeah, you don't have to. Those giant toilets falling on you.
That's
Bringing down the house.
That was scary. Do you guys have any retail today? Do you have any retail sales?
Not yet, and we're meeting with retailers now.
What are you going to do with the money?
Inventory. So the vision is we're going to launch online beginning in about a couple weeks when we get when we import, and we'll fulfill all those pre-orders. And then we've been meeting with just local stores, some through Kroger's. There's a Smith stores in Utah, and they want to get in all of their stores to do a local run, and she can get us in faster. And then we've been meeting with some Ace Hardwares because they can do individual buys and just work our way into larger retail stores. Down the road, we're actually looking into projecting images. You could get all sorts of
Projecting images?
What would you project on a turd?
Well, a football team you don't like.
I'm in. I love every run you have.
We're focusing on what we have now because the demand's been huge.
I know, just how to put some hair in that.
So you were just saying the demand's been huge. By who?
So when we launched the Kickstarter, honestly, we were just validating through the process. So when I want to know if it's a legitimate idea or not, so we did on Kickstarter, and we figured all we needed to get started for all the tooling molding was 20 grand. And we did it was all organic. We didn't pay for advertising, for marketing, for anything. It went to 100 grand. And then we just had a lot of distributors start reaching out to us.
We need cash for inventory, and this is the unit you're going to sell, and then somebody's going to knock it off if it sells a lot. They'll just change something.
It's a first to market.
Why do you need cash inventory if you have 100,000 now, correct?
Yeah, so we have to
and you got the money up front from
and
Kickstarter.
$4 per unit, right? So 1,000 units, $4,000, right? So you can have on a bad day you can have 10,000 units.
So yeah, we're shipping in 10,000 units. 6,500 already spoken for, so that only leaves 3,000 units to deal with. So that's
but I mean that's the beauty of and that's what most entrepreneurs have in common that's successful. They take affordable next steps. You don't need us. Take affordable next steps. I'm out.
It is patent pending, so it's a first to market game, honestly. We can grow slower organically, and we still will if we have to, but because we have turned down investors
so
at this
it's
point.
It's two guys in a toilet bowl light, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I like it. It's kind of nuts. I'll give you 100 grand for 25%.
Guys, I see this as novelty item. Doesn't mean you can't make money off of it. Congratulations, you guys thought it through, and your sweat equity is turning into a real business for you. But it's a product, it's not a company, and for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
So yeah, absolutely. So when and respond to you too.
Well, I wouldn't sit on the ball too long. I'd
can float the steel, right?
For women?
I'll be very honest.
Yeah, so a lot of our buyers are women, actually. They want to use it for potty training their kids and their husbands.
Yeah, clever.
We got a lot of wives and mothers to use it to help their kids because their kids are scared to go to the bathroom in the dark alone at night.
Mike, I think you're going to run fast. You did 100,000 sales. You can buy more inventory. I won't make you a better offer than Kevin's made you. Frankly, I think you need a brand to this. You need a face that people associate with toilet paper and toilets. And I think, when you think of flushing away stuff, Kevin's your guy.
Okay.
I'm out.
Oh.
Awesome. So Kevin, that is an incredible offer. So it was a lot of work to get here, and we do see how this can scale. Would you be willing to meet in the middle with that?
This is a light for toilet bowl. Let's be realistic.
Sure.
Well, I want to share with you something too.
Sure.
I did a deal with a product called Squatty Potty, and they have done almost 8 million in 6 months.
Wow.
But one of the things that they're doing is a lot of extensions. One has illumination, and I would not want to be competitive with anything that you're doing or to do something that steps on what they're doing. I'm out.
Cool. Thank you, Lori.
So you have an offer from Kevin. It's $100,000 for 25%. What do you think?
You got a deal, Kevin.
Yeah.
Let's light up those toilets.
He is the perfect face for your brand.
Kevin, you're now in the toilet business.
Okay.
I like that.
Thank you, Kevin.
Take
care. Ciao. I am going to light America's toilets up.
It is a dream come true, honestly. It really is. We've watched this show for years and never thought I'd actually be up here making a deal and making my own American dream come true.
Next up is a company dedicated to making interesting products for our animal friends.
Hello, Sharks. I'm Victoria Koopman.
And I'm Tim Taft.
And we're the owners of Innovation Pet. We're seeking $250,000 for 5% interest in our company.
Oh, that hurts. 50 for 5%?
Whether you're a dog lover or a crazy cat lady, people love their pets.
It's no secret that having a pet changes your life for the better. So why not make their lives better? That's why Victoria and I started Innovation Pet. We manufacture all kinds of pet products. Dog toys, dog houses, cat play systems, and yes, even our magical chicken coops.
Innovation Pet has just begun to make its mark as leaders in innovation. So which one of you sharks want to paw, scratch, or peck your way in and join our team?
Can we see a demo?
Yes, absolutely.
Why don't we start with the Magical Kitty Connection? So this has by far been one of our most popular product launches. If you have a cat at home, you know that cats get very bored. They need to have motion. They need to have something. The best selling categories in cat toys are cat toys, scratching items, and cat furniture. The Kitty Connection is all three of those. It's got scratching components, corrugate and carpet, and then you can build it up. It's modular, so you can constantly create a new toy, change it up. And the biggest feature on this, we have an internal pulley system, so when the cat plays with one toy, it moves another one on there, so it creates its own motion on there. That's the Kitty Connection. Dog houses.
The dog house is very cool.
Yeah, Robert, if you know dog houses today are real boxy. There's really not a lot of fashion or trends.
I know a lot about being in the dog house.
Well, you'd want to be in this one. This one's cute.
This has by far been our most popular launch. We call it the Whimsical Dog House. And by the way, we have 10 products in the innovation pipeline that we're working on right now.
Coming out.
Is there any you can share?
We're creating, and this is just a prototype, we're going to call it the Magic Carpet, and it's going to have toys hanging off it so that you can have the cat chase it. It'll be a carpeted scratching surface on top so they can lay on top of it, and they love riding it around.
And then you remote control operate it?
And then we're also working on something that you can use on your phone.
So would I drive the cat around?
Yep. Oh, the cat jumps on, scratches, plays with the toys, jumps off.
Tell us about the chicken thing.
The chicken coops. This is a magical category for us. All the coops out there on the market today only have one little door. Hey. So one of the different things about our coops is we have a patent pending free-range door on ours.
Can you open it so we can see it?
Yeah, so it has two latches and the whole front of the coop lifts up and open.
The lower portion so that they're able to go in and out and come back during the day when they want food and water.
So I just purchased 6 chicken coops for my guinea hens. I did.
Wow.
And they can be expensive, actually. I would say that one is fully assembled $700.
No way.
Yeah, this
way
one
more than
is
that.
going to retail for about $5.99.
Yeah.
That's why.
It?
Good click.
Yeah, so then it's a better price than what he paid.
Damon, if you have chickens, you'll know that 8 out of 10 people who have backyard flocks, they let them out and run around the yard. So when you're free ranging your birds, at the end of the night, you want to get them back in to really keep them safe from predators, coyotes, raccoons. So they'll coop them at the end of the night.
Well, I don't know when we're going to get to this, but you've put a value of $5 million on this business.
Yeah, this year we're going to hit $2.5 million in sales.
Wow.
So tell us how you're getting that. Is this online, through retail? Do the big boxes play with you guys? How does it work?
Yes, basically all those questions. So today our customer base is pet specialty #1, mainly with the Kitty Connection.
So this is not big box?
Well, there is big box.
Well, like Petco, things like that. So do you sell in large animal and pet-oriented stores?
Yes. In fact, the Kitty Connection's in Petco.
You have a lot of different products. Just give me the average margin of
We're
sales.
at 27% gross margin.
That's not so good.
It depends on the category. So a lot of our dollars in some of the coops aren't as high margin, and some of the smaller items are higher margin.
Victoria, what would your margin be if you didn't have the coops?
Above 40.
Yeah.
Above 40.
Oh.
They are driving dollars that we don't make a lot on, but we don't touch them. There's very little
Right, so your turn,
logistical
and
cost.
it's basically found money because it's drop shipped there.
Yep.
I think the design is beautiful. You guys obviously know what you're doing. $250,000 for 5%. It's so small, a lot of inventory, a lot of churn. You're going to need way more capital. I don't know how we get in a significant equity today because I think you've actually made the value it fairly, and I just see so much more coming down the road. I can't help you with distribution. You're already there. I'm out.
Guys, I think you're brilliant with what you're doing. The innovation approach, just going out there and getting as much real estate as you can. It's a smart play, and you would think obvious, but obviously it hasn't been done before. So it's great, but it doesn't really fit my wheelhouse. You've seen one chicken coop, you've seen them all. I'm out.
2 sharks are out, 3 are still in. Company has sales, really bad margins, maybe
$5 million value today.
Well, that's a different problem. I identified that as soon as the chickens were squawking, because they are complaining. I speak chicken. I'm listening to what they're saying. I know you guys. I'm telling you, the problem with the deal is the 5%. I mean, not exciting.
I see your future more of a licensing play because I think you're the brains in making and innovating products and not having to worry about what your margin is. Just license it to the big guys if it's selling so well. But I don't want to go changing your whole structure, right? I'm out.
You don't need help creating product. What you really need is factoring. You need money. So the question is for any investor is, how do I get my money back?
Three sharks are out. But Kevin may be interested in Tim and Victoria's pet product company, Innovation Pet.
So the question is for any investor is, how do I get my money back? Do we take the chicken coop public at some point? Or does it get acquired by somebody else? Or do you pay it off? I mean, I'd do this deal with you. I'd give you the $250,000. I'd like to double my money. So I'd like you to pay me a 6% royalty on sales until I get $500,000 back. And I'll take the 5% equity now because I'm your banker now. And so I'm incentivized for you to get me back as fast as I can. I don't have a time limit on it. What I try and do is accelerate sales.
So $250,000.
Yeah, so it's venture debt. So that means it's going to take me, depending on what you do in sales, 3.5 years to get it back. At least you get a deal. Unless Damon wants to step up and he loves chickens.
You know this is your space.
Yeah, you know, the 5%, what wiggle room do you have? Are you willing to kind of move that around?
Yeah.
If we can get the PO financing.
I want to take that financing challenge off your plate. I understand that's the biggest hurdle you have. I will give you the $250. My intent is to go out, license a strategic relationship, whatever the case is. I will give you that for 12.5% of the company, but 25% of online, because I'll build online for you.
So,
That's
Damon,
expensive.
you're going to give them $250,000 for 12.5% equity right away, plus you want 25%
of
the
online
profit of any online sales.
and I will build online.
Right now, you don't have a lot of online, so he's going to build
So
it
it's
for you.
newfound money. I'm trying to find newfound money for you. And I've already consulted with Darnell. Like, Darnell has been here for me. He told me what we need to do.
You guys want to step out and talk?
A lot of discussion going on.
They're laughing at you, Kevin.
It's okay.
Damon, did you say you'd help us PO finance as well?
Yes, of course. I'm going to take that off the plate.
Kevin, we're very flattered by your offer. Just because strategically we feel that Damon could also
Absolutely.
be a good
He
fit
is
in the
a
company.
chicken.
And Damon, you have a deal.
All right. Darnell, you hear that, baby? All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Congrats, guys.
We did it, man.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It was so great. Having Damon as a strategic partner for us is going to be phenomenal. Our online business, we anticipate, is going to probably quadruple overnight.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about that. And it's going to be able to get our product out to more people. And that's our goal.
Right.
That's our goal.
Right.
Next time on Shark Tank.
Introducing the Beer Blizzard. America, you are welcome.
Come into my office here. Our total gross margin is 70%.
Ooh. That's like talking dirty to me.
Hooray.
Have you guys ever partnered up before?
Not a chance in hell.
Oh, come on.
I'm not interested in that.
We have absolutely no debt.
How would you like some?
Not gonna work.
Last offer, and you should take this. You'd be foolish not to.
You give us that 1 second?
You just have to say yes or no.
You gotta decide.
Next, see the war playing out right now in suburban America. David Muir reports.